So welcome to Boxing Media Hub, proudly in partnership with Falcon Contracting and Jam's Boxing Chat. And with me now, got a special guest. I've got Luke Durkin. How you doing, Luke?
Yeah, really good. Thank you, Joel. Thank you for having me on.
Honestly, it's a pleasure, mate. The Lion, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
I think the name is definitely part of your personality and who you are as a person.
100%.
But when did it all begin for you? I'd say when you put gloves on, but we're kind of taking gloves off now.
Yeah, gloves are off. Bare knuckle, obviously the toughest combat sport in the world, in my opinion, hands down. It's brutal, savage, and that's exactly what my personality is. I'm a good guy, a nice guy. I'll give you my last pound if I had to. But obviously there's another side to me, hence the name. But no, to be fair, I'd started off in the amateurs, training solidly against some very tough opponents. Here in Cornwall, Camborne, my home. Some very, very good friends of mine, but decent people to kind of train with, And I haven't actually come from a fighting background. I think my granddad did a little bit of boxing, but there's nobody really in my family that's kind of doing what I'm doing. So setting a trend really for my children, hopefully as well, to follow in my footsteps and maybe one day get into the sport as well. We'll see.
Yeah. It's a tough old game, mate. It's a tough old game, as I'm sure you're fully aware. It will take your soul. It will spit you out if you're not careful.
Yeah.
But you've been on quite a journey yourself, haven't you? Of discovery in your own right.
I have, definitely. It's been like a developmental journey in a lot of different ways for me personally and physically and mentally, emotionally, a lot of different ways. I've been through a lot of kind of challenges in my life. And saying this is a sacrifice is, to me, a bit of an understatement. I was literally sat on a step of my old boxing gym, and I said to one of the guys there, a very good friend of mine called Mark, that I'll be the first person in this gym, possibly in Cornwall, to get into this kind of thing, this circuit. There's not many Cornish people doing what I'm doing. And I said I'm going to kind of like pave the way for others to follow, more Cornish fighters. And that's kind of hopefully what I'm doing. That's the plan. But yeah, no, I started out in the amateurs, as I said, but the training side of it, when I kind of took this decision to do what it is I'm doing, for various reasons, I couldn't go back to my old gym and train. There's kind of reasons I don't really want to kind of go into, but it kind of cut my my source off kind of thing. And I've been training myself. I've been learning. I've done a few bits with some people, but a lot of what I'm kind of learning is just progress, little by little by little. And if anything,
as you go, basically, as you go along.
Yeah, exactly. I'm learning all the time as I go. Things are changing. My style's constantly developing and changing. My technique, everything. It's just a whole developmental kind of growth thing. But I've not had like a flashy kind of gym training me. I've not had somebody kind of pushing me. I've been training a lot by myself. It's hard to kind of push yourself, if you can imagine. There's no such thing as like a lazy day off or something like that. Every day I'm training. So it's staying like regimented. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And obviously your faith plays a big part in that as well for yourself, doesn't it?
100%, 100%. I mean, I've been a Christian for a good few years now. I've been baptized, and really, yeah, my faith plays a very big part in my day-to-day life. Me as a person, my kind of personality. For anyone that doesn't know, my name before, when I was boxing in my kind of amateur gym and stuff, was Lionheart, believe it or not. But I think, to be fair, I kind of I've always had the heart of a lion, in a sense of the bravery, I'm not afraid of anyone bigger than me, size, opponent, history, nothing kind of phases me. I just my sense of it's sort of like my sense of danger is maybe it's heightened. All my kind of instincts and stuff are just quite, it's where it needs to be for kind of, I believe, what it is I want to achieve. You need to have bravery in this game, and you can't go into this sort of light-hearted, you're fully committed or not committed at all, as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah, no, 100%. And we'll go to the chat. Sam SWS Boxing, hi guys, and Jam saying big up Joel and the Lion. So there's lots of love out there for you, mate.
But thank you very much.
Big fight coming up. Let's get into it. This is what we're here for. 7th of December. Bad to the bone. Now this is going to be. It's pretty much to the name, isn't it? Fight before Christmas, which is nicely named. And you're against Mr. Cox.
Yeah, so that's it.
Do you know much about him?
I know very little about him, to be fair. I know a little bit. I know what I need to know. But no, is
that better for you though? Is that better not knowing, or is it a case of?
To be fair, it makes no difference to me. I'm not the kind of person that, it's a hard one to explain, but it's not going to change what's going to happen on the night. It can go either way. Things are going to happen. I know what I need to know. I think he's coming in a little bit bigger than me as well. There's going to be probably a few kilograms difference. I said to Stefan, the promoter, make sure the fight goes ahead no matter what. I'm not worried about the weight. Obviously, I'm going to try and come in as heavy as I can, but I'll fight this guy regardless. I don't care if he's 2 stone heavier than me. I'll still fight him.
That's quite dangerous, though, Luke, isn't it?
Is what it is. But
then you are doing bare knuckle fighting, so it's pretty much in there anyway, isn't it?
I think the thing people need to realize, which at the minute they don't, is I'm basically like I said, my bravery and everything's where it needs to be, but I'm disproportionately stronger than people realize. And that's something that people are going to see. If they want if people want to see knockouts along the course of my wave, you're going to see a lot of knockouts. You're going to see a lot of some hard punches being thrown. I've definitely got kind of raw power, where as far as my physique is concerned, I mean, I think I did my body fat not that long ago was less than 10% or something like that. I mean, I'm literally there's nothing but muscle on this. You know what I mean? I'm very strong for my size. Trust me.
Oh, mate, I don't doubt you in the slightest. I wouldn't want to slap. Do you know what I mean? It's I think the biggest thing for bare knuckle boxers is, all fighters have got literally the nuts to get in the ring and do what they do. And I know Nathan DeCastro. He's done some big stuff. Tyler Goodjohn. They've all been around for a while now. And they all say the same thing. That although it's that almost going back to the gladiatorial days, but at the same time, it's the respect that you have for each other because you are doing it. There's that overwhelming respect for each other. Even if there's the trash talk and all the rest of it in a build-up, there's always the respect at the end.
Yeah, there's been a little bit with Connor kind of back and forth. I mean, I don't dislike or hate the guy, to be fair. I don't know him well enough to kind of make that assessment. However, it's a fight. I need to go into this with a certain kind of. I need to be mentally prepared for this fight. I'm not coming in this fight expecting to dominate or nothing like that. if anything, I come in with the complete opposite mindset. What it does, obviously, with me, I'm a fight or flight person, but I always fight. There's never flight. I always fight. So the more I can kind of get into that kind of mindset, the better I'm going to be on the night.
Zone in.
Yeah. Yes, a lot of kind of like mental preparation. But I mean, my fight's not even been announced properly on like the proper kind of main card, the posters, nothing like that. It's a real sort of like dark horse fight.
You're on it now. You're on it now. I saw the posters today. Yeah, there's two posters because it's quite a big event, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's two posters and you are on there.
Oh, good. I didn't know. So
just to let you know.
But I'm going to say this fight is a real dark horse one. It could go either way. It's going to be a nasty fight. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a very entertaining, nasty fight.
And are people able to watch this at home? Is it available to watch on anything?
Yeah, it's going to be on pay-per-view. I think there's a link. I'm not quite sure in terms of like the price. To be fair, that the price is irrelevant. I would say any fight fan in the world that is kind of into bare knuckle, watch this event. I mean, you've got BYB, you've got BKFC, but to be fair, Bad to the Bone, it's right up there. Some of the best fighters are on this card. You know what I mean? It's got some real tasty fights.
Well, if you let me know the link, I can always stick it in the description. We'll get people 100%. Having a look at it. As I say, there's some great stuff coming up with you guys. This, bright future for you as well, Luke.
Yeah.
Jam saying good luck in your upcoming bout. I pray you both go home safe and well for Christmas with your families. That's all it comes down to at the end of the day. And does Luke ever believe BKB will ever be at the level of boxing or the UFC, or just don't you care either way? It's got a huge hardcore following already, but can it be ultimate mainstream, if you know what I mean?
I think it can. I really do. I think it can. I think I've managed to kind of get into this sport at the right time, but I really do think it has the ability, with the right kind of push, the right kind of marketing, the right kind of promotion, and also the fighters as well. Big in the kind of the big names up, you know what I mean? Every sport's got its kind of big names, but just like the UFC, I would say personally, I prefer in order. There's no disrespect to boxing, but I mean UFC is gigantic. I mean the fighters there, they're some of the most dangerous people in the world fighting in the UFC. But many of the top UFC fighters are to some degree kind of coming over and doing a bit of bare knuckle and trying their luck with sort of Alvarez in America and stuff. I expect to see more top kind of UFC fighters actually trying their luck at this. You know what I mean? It'd be good if we could get some younger fighters. But I think the future, personally, for bare knuckle is very, very, very bright. I mean, let's face it, this is like British and American heritage we're talking about here, mainly British heritage. This is something that's been kind of, even in like the traveling culture, this has been used to settle disagreements for many years. And now it's being kind of like mainstream. So I'm all for it. I think it's a great, great sport.
Yeah, as you say, a lot of that British and Irish heritage has been major, hasn't it, over the years? And I think especially this year, that we're nearly at the end of, but this year, BYB, BKFC have had massive years. I think they've really upped the game, haven't they? Let's be honest. And not just to say those two particular, but they've kind of brought bare knuckle more to the forefront. And giving it a bit more limelight, and it's only a good thing for the rest of the guys, isn't it? We've seen it with boxing, with all the small hall shows, and now starting to get their streams as well. And now it's happening with bare knuckle as well. So it's a bright future for you, Luke.
I mean, 100%. I got in at the right time. Believe it or not, I actually kind of got into this thing while my partner was at work. Obviously, there's a bit of a weird story about how I kind of first got into it, but it was like a kind of split decision thing. She was at work at the time, and I kind of told her when she got back, look, I'm going to become a bare knuckle fighter. She was like, absolutely fine. not a problem. Support you all the way. But yeah, it was. I made that decision while she was at work and told her when she got back. It was like, didn't have time to sit down. But no, it's the best time to get into this sport is now. I want to kind of use my platform to, obviously being a Christian, to help others. I'm not in this kind of journey for the money. I'm more in this journey for the legacy and the people that I can inspire. And that to me is something that means the most to me. So BYB, BKFC, definitely one of those companies in the future would be my goal. If I can change my family's life for the better while also changing other people's lives for the better, win-win, you know.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And like Jam said, we just need a turkey a la shake or a Dana to jump on board, and bare knuckle could be the next mainstream. As a men, and the quality and the women already there. Just need a bit more money to get the sport growing. But I think that comes with time, and it's a matter of time. But Luke, honestly, I'll tell you, it's been an absolute privilege having you on. You're such a nice guy, and it goes a long way. You can see you love what you do, but the main reason you're doing it is so unselfish. You know, it's in it to inspire others, give others that goal in life, but also, you know, to have your own dreams and to do right for your family. And I think you've got a real bright future as a human being, let alone as a fighter. So
thank you. I think one thing before I kind of go, I just want to say to anyone kind of watching this at home that never be told that you're not good enough, for one, and obviously pursue your dreams, I would say is something, because not that long ago people didn't even know who I was, and now I'm kind of, anyone can do this. Anyone who's struggling with addiction, with you know, kind of trauma, anything, mental health. I mean, I've got mental health and I've had addictions, so I'm living proof anyone can overcome these demons and do something positive with their lives. And I kind of really want to push that for anyone watching.
100%, mate. And like Jam said, God bless, Luke. Good luck in all your future endeavours.
Thank you.
As I say, top guy, and you're welcome on anytime, mate. Stay in touch.
We will.
And I wish you all the best. All the best.
That's it. We've got a big British. I got British title fight coming up in February as well. So big things. I plan on getting that belt. Well,
we will definitely have you on again when you've got that belt around your waist. And we'll have a catch up soon. But love to the family. And God bless. Thank you very much for coming on.
God bless, brother. Thank you. Bye.
Take care, mate.